Oh yes, vegans. Some people love them, some people hate them. Vegans. Fuck vegans! So that vegan teacher, she apparently really likes to push the idea of being a vegan onto people. Basically telling them that there is literally no excuses to killing animals.
Ah yes, the old I need protein excuse.
I have a protein deficiency, so I have to eat meat or I die.
Will say almost anything to try to get out of changing their habits. Because the meat tastes so good, right? The cheese, I know.
Yeah, it tastes so delicious. You know what I like to do? I like to just get a nice steak, pour some A1 sauce on it, and just... Oh, yeah, just bite it right off with the fork, man. I want a steak now. I just want to eat it in front of you.
I'm having a steak right now because I'm starving.
I hear you. I wish I could have half of that, but this doesn't look vegan, and I'm trying to be vegan.
You're a vegan?
It's really hard because I don't know if I told you I'm from Wisconsin.
Okay.
And cheese was like one of my favorite things.
See, that looks pretty good. It's a little rare, medium rare.
But you gotta tell the truth to yourself. You don't need it.
Yeah, you know, some people do need to eat meat in order to get an efficient amount of protein.
Plants have protein. If you don't believe me, watch 2 movies about this, 2 documentaries. The Game Changers and What the Health. Both of them are on Netflix. The Game Changers is all about athletes. Did you know that there are athletes in the Olympics who never eat any animal products? No cheese, no milk, no eggs, no meat. So if they can do it, don't you think that you can survive on plant proteins?
No, some people can't. Protein from plants don't really contain a lot of protein. If you do a little bit of research, I mean, it shows plants don't really contain a lot of protein unless you eat massive amounts of plants. What do you think about hunting? I've been a hunter for the past 5 years in Africa to help feed the nearby local families. Oh, this one's going to be interesting.
What it comes down to, though, is ethical veganism is about helping the animals as much as is practicable. We don't want to hurt them. We don't want to exploit them. We don't want to eat or wear them. Unless it is absolutely necessary. But when is it necessary? When our own life depends on it. Do you absolutely know for sure that there is no other choice?
Yes, in some cases I believe it is absolutely necessary to kill and eat animals. Africa has absolutely awful farming and agriculture, right? If you don't believe me, look that up. Africa also suffers in things such as education to even teach them how to farm and, properly, how to properly farm, right? I mean, Africa's in a very bad shape. Not enough education in Africa. Farming in Africa is just absolutely awful since, it's kind of hard really to farm, especially if you're a small-time farming group or a small-time farmer. It's kind of difficult to farm and get a sufficient amount of, things to eat out of farming, right? So yes, I believe that eating meat over in Africa is necessary. Alright, well, screw it, we'll just look it up. Why is farming difficult in Africa? In fact, there are major obstacles that limit the success of small-scale farming in Africa. These obstacles can be categorized in 4 sections: climate, technology and education, I said education, financing, policy and infrastructure. Smallholder farmers in Africa are still among the poorest in the world. It's difficult to farm over in Africa.
Are you killing extra animals to sell them for other things?
I mean, yeah, possibly. I would. Just asking, isn't owning pets kind of wrong if you are a real vegan? Same thing as me saying I care about environment and still drive V8 diesel truck.
You are absolutely right. It is not really vegan to have any kind of a pet. The only exception would be when you are trying to help to save an animal. So Bella was adopted. She was behind bars at an SPCA. We went there just to check the animals. We didn't take her immediately, although we fell in love with her, but it's a huge decision. I mean, adopting an animal is the same as adopting a kid. So we went back the next day. She was still there, although we fell in love with her, but it's a huge decision. I mean, adopting an animal is the same as adopting a kid.
What?
Adopting an animal is the same as adopting a kid.
I can assure you, skin and bone vegan woman, yeah, I can assure you, adopting a child and adopting an animal, or, a dog, for instance, are two completely different things. I think about it. I bet this woman does not have children if she thinks that adopting a child and adopting a dog are basically the same thing. I don't think that you have children.
If you want to have pigs for dinner, there's no need to kill them.
Look at the dog in the background here. The dog's just like, man, God, I fucking hate life, man. When can I get some goddamn meat?
Cream. Let's see if they get the vegan version. Oh yeah. Good. Cruelty-free. Amazing. A+ to you.
Report card, A+, 100%. Yes! Pass the goddamn vegan test, baby!
Nate, you little cutie patootie. I am not forcing you to be vegan. I am not literally forcing you to do anything. I am here minding my own business, doing my own little TikTok account. You can come and go. You can decide to block me. Literally forcing somebody is taking them and pinning them down. Like if I took you, okay, and I forced this banana down your throat and pushed it down, that's literally forcing you to be vegan. I'm not doing that, sweetheart, all right? You know who's literally forcing people to do things? It is the farmers and the abusers who are literally forcing the cows to be raped, holding them down, raping them, putting the sperm in there without their consent, stealing their babies. That is literally forcing yourself on someone.
Whenever vegans have children, I legitimately feel bad for their children because they won't allow their children to experience proper nutrition. They won't. Oh yeah, plants have protein. Well, you're right. Does it have a sufficient amount of protein? No. Oh, is it okay? Is it absolutely necessary to kill animals over in Africa to survive? I mean, yes, it kind of is because of, lack of education, lack of knowledge of how to farm, lack of knowledge of how to properly grow crops. She said that she's not literally forcing, people to be vegan, but she is forcing her opinion to be vegan down people's throats, trying to tell them that it is right to be vegan and you should be vegan and you have to be vegan because there's no excuses of not being vegan. I'm sorry, honey. I'm not ever going to be vegan. I don't care, man. I don't care if a fucking doctor looks at me and he's like, yeah, Mike, you can have an extra 10 years to live if you just stop eating meat. And he was really trying to convince me. I'd laugh in his fucking face and say, ha ha ha, take that 10 years off my life now, doc, because I'm eating my meat.
All right, this is what I'm eating. I already took a bite before I grabbed my camera, so I'll just show you quickly. Have some leftover buns here from when we had the Beyond Meat sausages the other day. These are just cut and toasted. At the bottom of this is vegan mayo. There is here, you can see big chunks of tofu topped with some tomato, artichoke, and a few little pieces of pickle. Some spices on top, and that's it. It's absolutely delicious. It has a good amount of protein in it. It is healthy, nutritious, and there's no reason to not be vegan.
I like how she was like, it has a good amount of protein. Good amount. But the question is not if it's a good amount. The question is it a sufficient amount, especially for people who suffer from things like protein deficiency, which goes all the way back to like the beginning of this, this whole video, right?
There's some of you who have come to this TikTok account because you saw a petition that said you have to save Bella the dog. Bella the dog was perfectly fine and has been vegan for 3 years and has been seen by the vet multiple times, and everybody around in the neighborhood agrees that she's fine. The police were actually just at my door the other day because I called them and they said she's perfectly fine. But anyway, the point is that you guys, as much as you are being kind of mean right now, trying to sign these petitions and take Bella away from me, you're also the coolest because you're the ones who care so much about animals. Now, if you could just channel that and become vegan, that would be so awesome. All you have to do is just stop eating them.
I can't believe she is telling deficient people to just stop being deficient. Yeah, I don't think that somebody who suffers from a deficiency can just simply turn around and just be like, okay, that deficiency is gone.
Maybe if we don't look at it, it'll go away.
At the end of the day, I don't really care if somebody's vegan. I guess as long as you're not somebody like this woman who isn't, I get it, physically trying to force us to be vegan, but she's someone who's trying to get into our heads and, mentally force us to be vegan by trying to tell us that it is wrong to not be vegan, it is right to be vegan, and you should be vegan under no circumstances whatsoever. There are no excuses to not be vegan. That's the reason that I dislike this woman. I don't really care that she's vegan. It's just the idea that she's pushing this on us and basically trying to force us mentally to become vegans. I don't like that. Anyways, though, that's just my opinion on it. If you're vegan, like I said, I don't care. That's all on you. But I'm going to continue to eat meat regardless of what somebody tells me. So there you have it. Thank you all for tuning into this video. If you guys enjoyed, please go ahead and smash like. It would be super greatly appreciated. I love y'all. Stay beautiful. Do not go fucking ugly on me either, man. I'll see you all in the next one.